get into game 2 preview of the Lakers and Rockets, right?
Yep.
So obviously the Lakers got an unexpected kind of win. Going into the series, you didn't think the Lakers really stood a chance, or at least the pundits didn't. Having KD out, obviously game 1 was huge, right? It kind of gave them maybe a little bit of confidence, a little momentum boost. But to keep that rolling for game 2, regardless if KD plays or if he doesn't play, what are the keys for the Lakers to win game 2?
I guess a couple things. I guess we'll have to see if it was an anomaly or not. With I think you guys talked about it, and I spoke about it when I jumped on. Obviously, we know that like Houston's going to get more offensive rebounds than the Lakers. That's not the gripe I would have, but you obviously can't be out rebounded or offensively rebounded 21-3, right?
No.
They give so many extra possessions to Houston, where they're not this great offensive team, so it's not as shocking that they didn't shoot the ball well, but I don't think they're going to shoot it as bad. So you got to limit those possessions, because in turn, Lakers, we know how this game works. Like they're at home, and so they're a little bit more comfy. So they might still have a decent shooting night, but it's not going to be. I think they started off game 1 like 14 for 17 or some kind of crazy clip like that, which is not going to happen. Not to say that they're still not going to get some decent shots, but I think cleaning up the turnovers, being very like the non-LeBron minutes, like really being strategic with that, and then just as much as possible. I don't even care if you were out rebounded offensively 18-10, right? But it just can't be 21-3. So those are some of the keys that I see, and obviously just a little bit more of the same in terms of their shooting of it, from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and that's just going to lead to second chance points, right? So if you're, getting 21 damn offensive rebounds to 3, you're going to put up more shots, right? So Houston put up,
they missed a lot of shots too. That's another.
I didn't get into this stat because they shot 38%. But do you know how many shots Houston had compared to the Lakers?
Yeah, I don't know the exact total, but I remember it was quite a bit.
93-66.
Damn.
So that's second chances. If you do that every damn game, you're going to score more points. Like they just got unlucky. They missed a lot of shots. They had a lot of opportunities, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get a team that goes that bad in the second game. So that's what I'm worried about the Lakers, because like when you think about the totality of the game, they out-rebounded you. You turned the ball over more than they did, and they shot like 30 more shots than you, right? So eventually, if 10 of those shots fall, you lost the game.
Yeah,
by double digits, right?
It's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah. So I think they got to be really, really. They talked about it before in the practice week leading up to the game. Is they got to be grown ass men and box out and get rebounds, and they didn't really do that in game 1, but they got away with it. So that's definitely a key for game 2. I think what they did, where LeBron got everybody involved, they have to continue that, right? Like Houston might try to play this game where they force LeBron to be more aggressive and try to be the scorer. They might want LeBron to get 30, because that means the other guys are not getting involved. And if you don't have other guys getting involved, like DeAndre Ayton, if he's not involved in the game, we all know what happens. Right. He doesn't do anything. Right, like he's just out there, and all of a sudden you notice he has 5 points. Right, so Luke Kennard, obviously, he's a shooter. We're going to need that to step up. Need him to step up again, and Rui playing the big minutes. But I think if the keys of success for the Lakers are LeBron being a facilitator and getting everybody involved, that has to go on again in game 2.
Yeah, I think like DeAndre Ayton is like one of those like few players where you could look at a stat sheet and you can kind of tell, it tells you a story about his productivity, and I think you made the point that he's got to be involved, and for him to feel like he's got his fingerprints on this game. Is not one of these like kind of guys like, oh man, he got like 2 points, but his ass was all over the place and he got 15 rebounds, right? So that being said, I think it's Lakers are going to have to force the issue in terms of LeBron being the distributor and facilitator, at least to start, and then obviously pick his spots. And again, yeah, like you mentioned, Houston could try to stop, quote unquote, the others and make it LeBron ball. And so I always felt like there was a game in the series that LeBron probably would have to do that, right?
Sure. Yeah, he'll probably have
maybe,
a big game.
Yeah, and maybe that's game 2, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, there's some cleaning up the Lakers will need to do. Obviously, we know Lakers are shorthanded. Things are not going to be perfect. They got to win 4 games. They don't have to win 7. And a game like the game 1 was like kind of what they needed to win games. Let's be honest, right? I think it was talked about, hey, got to have a game that Luke Kennard goes 5 for 5.
Yeah, I think you were saying that you're like, we need at least like 5 or 6 threes from
Luke Kennard, right? And maybe that was the game. I don't know, but I think I mentioned it earlier in the show. If KD is not playing, it's definitely like anybody's game. If KD plays, it's going to be a little bit more kind of favored towards Houston, but we'll have to see because it also depends on how effective he is too.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if you had to make a prediction, do the Lakers win game 2?
I kind of, I'm leaning towards it being 2-2 after 4 games.
Yeah.
But I think each team wins 1 on the road. So I kind of leaning towards Houston. And the reason I say that is because I'm assuming Durant's going to play. I'm assuming they're going to be a little bit more desperate, although Lakers should be just as desperate because it's going to be hard to win in Houston. Yeah. Some of those shots that you're making always don't fall in on the road. So I'm kind of favoring Houston, but I think it's ultra important for the Lakers to win it. What about you?
Yeah, it's obviously largely dependent on KD, but assuming that he plays.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I like the Lakers. But if he does, then I like Houston.
Assuming that he plays, I feel like the Lakers understand the assignment and they know how important, again, these home games are, especially trying to extend the series or give your guys more break, Luka and AR, to come back.
Yeah.
I think they know they have to get this game. Because I feel like if they lose game 2, you go to Houston for like game 3, they win that as 2-1. The momentum has completely changed. And I mean like in a super bad way because likely Luka's not coming back, right? Like you're not too confident in that. And then when you go down 2-1, you'll start hearing all the rumors about, well, Luka's getting ready and, we got to have him back. Then going into game 4, hoping that Luka's maybe back by game 5, and that's not a good feeling to be in. So
down 3-1.
They have to do everything they can to win game 2, so they're not in that situation. Because I feel like if they lose game 2, they're down 2-1. You may as well make it that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to win game 3 if they lose game 2. But yeah, I agree. They have to get one of the next 2. And the one to probably get would be the home game with a kind of iffy Kevin Durant. And then, we'll see what happens. Obviously, game 5 would be about 4 weeks from the Luka injury. I think a day shy of 4 weeks.
Sure.
We'll have to see. But we'll know a little bit or a little later tomorrow. If Durant's going to play and kind of take it from there.
All righty. So we will be back on tomorrow night, probably late as hell, just like tonight, because NBC decides to put the games as late as possible.
Yep.
But regardless, we will be here and we'll be detailing the Lakers Rockets game 2, as well as the other games in the league. But until then, the Hoops Rehab team is out. Peace out. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace out, everyone.